Okay, more surface area, guys. Today we're going to deal with pyramids. So a lot of triangles are going to be happening. And because of the triangles, that's why we have a 1/2 in our formula. 1/2 times the slant height, so no longer a vertical height, a slanted height, times the perimeter of the base, and then the area of the base, because the base can change in shape. So for example, in number 1, I'm seeing that I have an 8 by 8 base, because it's 8 by 8. Even though it looks like a rectangle, it is a square. So the area of my base is the area formula for a square, which is side squared. So base is 8 squared, which is 64. Okay. The perimeter of the base, again, since it's a square, it's just 4 times 8, which is, I'm just making sure, yep, which is 32. Making sure we're using the right numbers here. My slant height is at 11.7. So I am ready to plug into the formula. So it is 1/2 times 11.7 times the perimeter, which is 32. Try that again. There we go. Plus my base area, which is 64. 11.7 times 32, all divided by 2, is 187.2. I still have plus 64. When I add those two numbers together, I should get 251.2 meters squared. Two and 3 are very similar because, again, we have square bases. So I want to move to number 4, which is a little different, and it's kind of a hot mess to see. Yeah, this one's the best. Okay, so the base of this pyramid is a triangle. So first, let's do that base of the area. Wow, words. 1/2, right, because it's a triangle, times the base of that triangle. Well, all the bases of that bottom triangle are 10, times the vertical height, which is 8.7. Okay. 8.7 times 10 is 87. Half of 87 is 43.5. Okay, so that is the area of the base, the perimeter of the base. All sides are 10. So you're just going to be adding, oops, let's get that smaller again. You're going to be adding 10 plus 10 plus 10, which is equal to 30. And now we're ready to plug in. So the surface area for this shape is going to be 1/2 our slant height, which is 6.7, times our perimeter, which is 30, and we're adding our base area, which is 43.5. 1/2 of 6.7 times 30 is 100.5, plus 43.5. So I should get 844 inches squared. Okay, number 5 is a prettier picture of what we just did, I feel. So don't forget to find the area of this bottom triangle, because that's your base of your pyramid. Find the perimeter of that same triangle, and then your slant height. I know it doesn't look it, but your slant height is 12.2. It's just a pretty straight pyramid. In number 6, they already give you the base area. So you just have to find the perimeter of that base, and you already have your slant height. So go ahead and give those formulas a try. I'm going to move over to cones. Again, cones, we are dealing with circles, so we are going to find the area of the bottom circle every time. And then we'll do pi times the radius times the slant height of our cone. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump into this. In number 7, that circle at the bottom has a radius of 7. So I know I need to do pi 7 squared, because that's the area of a circle, plus pi, my radius, times my slant height, which is 11.4. So the area of the circle is 49 times pi, and the second half, 7 times 11.4 is 79.8 pi. I can treat these like terms, like if they both had an x, so I can add these together, and I get 128.8 pi, and then you can just plug that straight into the calculator, and you're going to have to round, obviously, because of pi. So I'm going to say 4.4.64 meters squared. Okay. I'm going to skip over to number 9, because in number 9, they don't give us the diameter or the radius of that circle. So I want to remind you guys that I can go like that to find the radius, and I now have a right triangle, and I'm solving for that part. So the first thing we've got to do, and I'm going to use the space on the side actually, since I don't have much to work with here. My small leg squared plus my long leg squared equals my hypotenuse squared. And then I'll have to move that, after I square everything, I'll have to move the 25.2 squared to the other side. That becomes 110.25. I'm just skipping some PEMDAS spots because of space. Oh, x squared. The square root of that is about 10.5. So now I have my radius. Now that I have my radius, I can do pi radius squared plus pi times my radius times the slant height, which is what was my hypotenuse of that triangle I just did, which is 27.3. And I know 10.5 squared is 110.25 because I just did that, plus 10.5 times 27.3 times pi is 444.15 pi. You can treat those like terms. Wait, what am I doing? That is not 400. I typed something in wrong. It should be 286.6 pi. You can treat your pi's like they're variables and add the two things together, and you will get 396.9 pi. Again, because of pi, you're going to have to round, so it's going to be 1,246, as I write a 9, and 0.9 inches squared. In the bottom of the page, I have some challenge problems for you. You have a cone and a cylinder, so I want to see if you guys can do the two shapes separate and then just add your two surface areas together. Let me know if you guys get stuck.